Hello and good morning, students. In our in this video lecture, we are going to deal with new, interesting, but different kind of writing skill or new topic which is included in writing skill section. It is called as "Do schools really kill creativity?" It is also called as mind mapping activity. Students, as we know that, or we are living in modern world, and in this modern world, creativity plays a very significant role because in our day-to-day life creativity plays a significant role, so we should know what is meant by creativity. And mind mapping is new uh, concept is coming in this world. So let us know what is meant by mind mapping. Okay, before knowing the concept of mind mapping, let us focus on one image which is given in our textbook. Complete the given blank spaces, balloons with your ideas, and in that figure to describe your basic preparation for HSC board examination. Also complete the activities that follows. Okay, such kind of instruction is given here, and the central or the basic concept is here in the it is placed at the central place. Preparing for HSC board examination. And while you consider or while you think about preparation for board examination, you should think or which kind of ideas or which kind of point of view will come in your mind. That is the first thing, that is thorough reading of all textbooks. You think about thorough reading of all the textbooks, then you think about preparing for notes, then you think about solving various activities, then you think about uh, preparing for notes, then you also think about time management, because time management is very important while preparing for HSC board examination. And such kind of activities you can add in this image. You also find that in this image uh, the shape is very interesting. The interesting shape is used here, and such kind of shapes you can use in your mind map. So the first thing is that the interesting shape you can use in your mind mapping activity. Then you also use only key points or only points there. There is no descriptive sentences or any long sentences is used in this particular mind map. So in this way, this uh, this image is also a kind of mind mapping. So let us focus on one. Let us focus on the central concept of mind mapping. So let us know what is meant by mind mapping. Whenever you have to complete a similar type of detailed graphical figure in your own style, showing the thoughts, ideas, concepts that keep on generating in your mind, then you choose a particular style, design, or a graphical representation to describe the same idea, facts, situations. Then this type of representation can be called mind mapping. Means, what do we know from this slide, or what do we know from this information? That mind mapping is a graphical representation. You have to present yourself in a graphical way. You can present your ideas, you can present your thoughts, you can present your concept with the help of graphical representation. And then while writing or while doing a mind map, you should adopt a particular style or design in a graphical representation. Then it is also called as a detailed representation in a graphical way. So in this way we come to know that what is the actual concept of mind mapping. So students, let us know, or let us try to find out which kind of images or which kind of lines, which kind of figure you can use in your mind mapping. You can use shapes, arrows, lines, connectors, balloons, boxes, then curved arrows, callouts, that is called as symbols, then scribbles. Scribbles means what? Scribbles means you can draw carelessly and in a hurry way, then scrolls, then etc., in order to describe your particular point of view. You can see here different kind of images. You can use such kind of images, such kind of design in your mind map. Such kind of images you can add up while doing mind mapping activity. So let us go further and let us know one of the claims given in our textbook, that is it is about mind mapping. It is also a small kind of mind map. And uh, Ken Robinson, one of the educationalists, and he gave a particular kind of thoughts or particular kind of claims about creativity. He just talked about creativity. He says that at the initial thing, he says that schools kill creativity. According to Ken Robinson, schools our schools kill creativity of our students because our schools are just ignored the extraordinary talent of our students. Then he further added that our educational system is out of creativity. Truly, or it is also a fact that our educational system is out of creativity. Means in our educational system, mostly our we gave more emphasis on theory than practical. We just ignore the skill based activities, but we just give emphasis on theory than practical. Then he further says that creativity to be acquired in education itself. We can acquire creativity with the education itself, because of the because in order to become creative student, we have to give the basic knowledge to our student in order to make them very creative. So in this way, Ken Robinson, one of the educationalists, gave a kind of uh, or he just claims about the creativity. Now let us know, he have given one fine example, what the claims or about the claims, that it is a fine example of how our schools kill creativity. That is one girl called Gillian Lane, uh, and she was a young girl of 8 years old, and she considered to be a problem student in her school because she because of her inability to sit still and concentrate. Gillian Lane couldn't sit still in her school, and she couldn't concentrate on her study. And because of her behavioral problem, her school considered her as a problem student. Then, after that, her mother sought a medical explanation and she met one doctor. And her doctor, Gillian Lane's doctor, uh, observed her, and that doctor left Gillian alone in one room or in one musical field room, because he just turned on the radio and he just observed from the window. What did he come to know, or what did he observe? He observed that being alone in one musical field room, she began to dance. And after that, that doctor announced the fact that Gillian Lane was not sick, but she was a born dancer. Means then after that, Gillian Lane made her career at the musical theater in ballet dance. Then she became the world's most popular choreographer. But when we think about her school just ignored her extraordinary talent. Her school just ignored the extraordinary talent of Gillian Lane, and in this way, Ken Robinson gave a very fine example of how our schools just ignored the creativity of our students, or they just kill the creativity of our students. Let us know further. Okay, here you can see here mind map, or we can say my mind map. It is a kind of template or a shape or pattern. Such kind of pattern or such kind of shape you can add up, or you can use it while doing mind map. You can see here the central place, at the central idea, that is mind map, and you can add first idea, then you can add second idea, you can add third idea, then you can add fourth idea. You can also add further or the sub ideas in your secondary ideas. So with the help of this shape or with the help of this pattern, you can add up such kind of pattern or such kind of shape in your mind mapping. So while doing mind map, which kind of things you can adapt? So you can use papers, you can use black paper or landscape or start. Then you can use images or colors or words in your mind mapping. Then which kind of structure you are going to adapt? You can see here you can adapt clear picture. Then you can adapt associations, radiant and hierarchical type of structure. Then which kind of style you are going to use in your mind map? Then you can use funny style, you can use emphasize or personal, or you can use beautiful style while doing your mind maps. Then lines, which kind of lines we can use? Then you can use connective lines, thicker lines, lengthy lines and organic lines. In this way, with the help of this image, you use such kind of, or you can do your mind map in a very effective way. So let us know, or let us focus on the benefits of mind mapping. We think about what are the benefits of mind mapping. Mind mapping is very helpful in brainstorming activity or brainstorming of our ideas. We can brainstorm our concepts or problems. We can, with the help of mind map, we can understand connections or relationships. We can communicate. We can communicate our beliefs. We can communicate our thoughts. Then mind map is also very helpful in note making when while attending meetings, while preparing for notes, or while planning our lessons. In note making, mind map is also very helpful. Then in recall, while recalling our facts, associations or information, uh, mind map is very useful. Then mind map is also useful in organize our ideas, concepts and facts. So in this way, there are various kind of benefits of mind mapping. So students, you can see here one image or one example of mind map. For example, coffee is the central or the key idea. And what are the secondary idea related to the or connected to the main idea? That is, when we think about coffee, which kind of ideas or which kind of thoughts generate in our mind, that we know we know or we understand. We try to find out cafe, which is cafe house, we find at the street side, formal, casual sit down or casual standing. Then when we think about coffee, we think about packaging. It is also geographical position, situation of coffee. Then coffee for, we use coffee for business. Then growing, when we think about growing, sale of coffee beans we also take into consideration. Then uses, the uses of coffee. When we think about uses of coffee, we think about, we use coffee for drinking, we use coffee for fertilizers, we use coffee for insecticide, then perfumes, etc. In this way, there is one fine example, or there is one example of mind map. It is also a kind of mind map. Then there is another example of mind map. When we think about human emotions, when we think about human emotions, which kind of emotions initially came in our mind? That the first is when we became sad. Sometimes we became excited, sometimes we became happy, sometimes we became scared. When we became sad, we looks just we just look downtown, then we looks blue, moffy, grieved or depressed. When we became excited, we looks like energetic, then ecstatic, then aroused and bouncy. When we became angry, we became irritated, or our expressions became irritated, we became resentful, we became mitted, we became upset or mad. Then we became when we scared of something, we looks like tense, nervous, anxious, frightened, terrified. Or if we became happy, we looks like fulfilled, concentrated, glad, optimistic, and pleased. In this way, you can also develop such kind of images, or such kind of pattern, or such kind of shape you can adapt, or you can use in your mind mapping activity. So in this way, students, we discussed about mind mapping. What is mind map? The central concept of mind mapping. Then we discuss about the various claims made by Kate Robinsons. Then various kind of shapes, various kind of designs or patterns you can use in your mind. Then we learn that what are the benefits of mind mapping. Then which kind of images, which kind of shapes you can adopt while doing mind map. Thank you.
Dear students, you need to remember a lot while studying. You feel the pressure in mind to remember all the information of different subjects, don't you? Here is today's lesson just for you. Children, today's class is based on writing skill, and we shall know about the importance of mind mapping. Children, mind mapping is a powerful approach to note taking. Yes, children, mind mapping is a very useful study technique. It is a visual learning aid for you, the students. Visual means relating to seeing. It helps you to remember the information very easily. Children, a mind map is a graphical way to represent ideas and concepts. Children, it is a visual thinking tool that helps structuring information. It helps you to analyze in better way. It helps you to understand. It helps you to synthesize or bind different ideas. It helps recalling the materials, and it helps you to generate new ideas. Mind maps were popularized by Tony Buzan. Children, Tony Buzan is an English author and educational consultant. He popularized the idea of mental literacy, radiant thinking, and a technique called mind mapping. Mind map is a diagram. It is a graphical structure. It is held in a format that our minds find easy to recall or to remember. Children, it is a tool for the brain that captures the thinking that goes inside our head. A mind map creates an image or a picture in our mind. An image or a picture is more powerful to stay with us for a longer time than the words. This is a visual map. As I told earlier, this map allows us to structure our ideas visually to help with analysis and recall. It helps you to build a framework around a central concept. The information is laid out in a radial form around the central or main idea, which acts as the starting point of the map. Children, radial means the pattern that you get when straight lines are drawn from the center. A mind map can turn a long list of information into an organized diagram interestingly. This works in line with your brain's natural way of doing things. We can say a mind map is an arranged, organized, and categorized representation of information. This technique supports learning. This technique improves information recording, and this technique develops problem solving creatively. Children, it shows how facts relate to one another. Let us see how mind maps are useful to us. Mind maps are useful for brainstorming either individually or in group. Children, brainstorming suggests as many spontaneous new ideas as possible. Mind maps helps us summarizing information. Yes, children. Mind maps helps us to summarize information. Mind maps help us taking notes from different sources. Mind maps helps us thinking through complex problem. Mind maps are useful for planning. Mind maps presents information clearly. Mind maps helps us to memorize information, and mind maps play great role enhancing creativity, because when you include colors, images and drawings, they become a good work of art. Yes, children, it becomes attractive with artistic expression. Now we shall know about 5 steps of drawing a mind map. Step 1. Children, write the title of the subject or project that you want to develop. Start in the middle of the blank page and draw a circle around it. Step 2. Draw lines out from this circle as you think of subheadings of the topic. Connect the important facts to the center that relate to your subject. Label these lines with your subheadings. Step 3. Find or recover the next level of information. Find out lower level of subtopics. Then connect these to the relevant subheadings. Now, step number 4. Repeat the process for the next level of facts. Draw lines out from the appropriate headings and label them. Step 5. Add the new information to your mind map in the appropriate places. Children, now let us see a textual question. Develop a mind mapping frame or design to show the development in your personality seen within yourself in the last 5 years. You can take the help of the following points in order to develop each of them into further branches: development in physics, self-learning process, communication skills, social awareness, family responsibility. Children, let us see how this mind mapping, this diagram has been done. Let us see the format. Write to me for your queries. Stay fine. See you soon with my new video based on writing skill. Bye. Have a nice time.